Hey y'all, what's up? It's Victoria Marie, and today I'm stopping in to talk about why I think you should consider going to a 2-year university or a community college before you go to a 4-year college. So this isn't my usual content that I post on here. Typically it's vlogs or lifestyle videos, but I did just graduate with my associate's degree. And I am transferring to a 4-year university, but I wanted to talk about and reflect on why I think that was a wise choice for me financially and just growing and figuring out what I wanted to do. So I'm going to start off with the stigmas that are around going to community college. A lot of people think that if you attend a community college or if you went to a community college that you're not as smart, or that you weren't smart enough to get into a 4-year college, or you just lost, you don't know what you're doing. And that's not true at all. Community college, they have trades for welding, for IT specialists to get your certificate. It's just a cheaper way and a more accessible way for people to get their college education and get their credits in. You can graduate with an associate's degree like I did. You can become a nurse. You can get into a trade and start doing apprenticeships. So it's just something that makes college more accessible. And a lot of the professors that teach at community colleges teach at 4-year universities as well. So I think it's about time that we let go of the stigma around community colleges. Like, every single time someone would ask me, are you a student? I'd be like, yes. I'm like, yeah, I go to a local community college around here. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, there's no shame in my game. There's nothing wrong with saving money and, doing what's best for you and making things work for you. Now I'm going to get into some reasons why I think you should consider going to community college, whether if you're still in high school and you're deciding where you're going to go, or if you've already graduated and you want to get back into going into school. I just want to give you guys some reasons why that might be a good idea for you and things that you should consider when you're making that decision. Number one is really obvious. It's to save money. The first 2 years of university are very similar to the credits that you're gonna have to take to get your associate's degree at a community college. So for me, I did the passport program where you get a 2-year associate's degree and then you automatically transfer into your junior year. You're gonna save a lot of money. It's a third of the cost, and that means less debt. So you're taking on no debt, essentially, if you're able to just pay off your community college, or very minimal if that's not an option for you and you do have to take out loans. I would just recommend taking your time and paying it off as you go, like I did, because now those first 2 years are debt-free and I can continue on. I do have to take out loans for the last 2 years at university, but that's half of the price already than I would have paid. So it's something to think about. The next thing is you can figure out what you want to do. A lot of college students aren't sure what they want to do, or they kind of just pick what they hear other people are doing or a hobby that they're interested in. If you're in this place of not really knowing what you want to do, but you want to further your education, then the next best step would just be to go to community college and sort of try things out. So you're not throwing money away as if you're doing trial and error in university. It's a lot of money to be changing your major and having to retake these credits and stuff. So if you can just go to community college and try to figure out your way, or just get those first 2 years done. I got a general studies degree, so it was just easy to transfer, and now I could just take classes that are relevant to my major at the 4-year. So you can take that time to really start to figure out yourself and what you like, while also progressing in your academic journey so that you can be on track to graduate when you want to. You can get an associate's degree, which can help you get higher paying positions while you're taking classes at your 4-year university. Obviously not high paying jobs like the ones you're going to get with your bachelor's degree, but you can apply for supervisor positions. You can apply for office positions. You may increase your likelihood of getting internships. Having that extra associate's degree on your resume can make you look good when you're trying to apply to these different things and build your resume up for the job that you actually want after you finish your bachelor's degree. So that's something to think about. And also, having those higher paying jobs will help you be able to pay off your loans and your debt a little bit faster while you're in school, so that you're not going to have to deal with as much when you graduate. If you're someone who didn't do as good in high school, community college is an option for you to get a higher GPA, to get involved in the community, to get involved in leadership programs, to get involved in clubs, and really build up a resume so that you can apply to a more prestigious university and graduate from a university that you wanted to. And my 5th tip was very similar. It was, you can use that time to get more involved in the community and really start to build up a really good resume. Not only will that resume look good for applying to colleges, but it also looks good when you're applying to jobs. A lot of jobs want to see how you're involved in your community, especially if you don't have a lot of work experiences. having leadership qualities, having awards and achievements on your resume is something that a lot of jobs are looking for now. And so one thing I did want to touch on is a lot of people that go to community college, some people say that you're not missing out on much of the experience, but I would say it's definitely a sacrifice. Going for those 2 years and not building those connections freshman year, not living in a dorm, not being on campus for those 2 years, that is going to affect your social life at your university, and it's going to give you a completely different experience than a university experience. At community college, there's a wide range of people. There's people still in high school that are taking classes, and there's people that are 70 years old taking classes. So no one's really there to make friends, and there's not as many clubs and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's a decision that you're making so that you don't go into debt and so that you're able to afford college and be making a wise decision for yourself. So you have to weigh those options for yourself. And that's not to say that going to university, that's not a wise decision, because, those connections that you make on campus can benefit you later in life. Those communities that you make, being able to participate on campus and get internships and make connections with professors, those are all beneficial things. So it is really something to consider. For me, it wasn't really an option, but I would have loved to be able to have that on-campus experience. But just during the times with COVID and everything, it just wasn't an option for me. If you do still want to stick with going to your four-year university, just consider picking up a few community college classes throughout the year so that you're reducing the cost of your overall college experience. Community college classes only go up to the 200 level, which is those first 2 years. You want to do as many as you can so that, when it comes to those last 3 or 4 years, you are going to have to take those classes at a university, which is more expensive. So always be thinking about the future. Pick as many up as you can while you're still at that lower level. And then those 3 or 4 years, you're going to do what you got to do. So overall, those are all the tips that I have and all the reasons why I think you should consider going to community college. Other things that you can do to help you afford college, if that's the issue that you're having, is 1, take a gap year and stack your money. That's something that I did, and it definitely helped. School is just very expensive, even community college, but having that extra savings, that extra year of savings could definitely help you out and give you a leg up. Number 2, if you're still in high school, take dual enrollment classes over AP classes. I took a lot of AP classes, a lot of especially government and history classes, and you only need so many of those to satisfy your requirements. So start to look at the schools that you want to go to and start really matching up your AP classes and see if they transfer. But I would just recommend, taking dual enrollment classes. Number 3, something that I've been doing recently, because even college classes at the community college were getting expensive for me. So I started to look into CLEP exams. Go on Modern States, and if there's any subjects that you're really good at, or if you're just willing to take the time to study for, you can take these CLEP tests and you're able to test out of taking the actual class at the school. So I've taken about 3 classes, which is like half a semester worth of classes, which can be a lot of money. So I've been trying to take these club classes on subjects that I think that I could pass. When I was talking to my advisor doing our general check-in, she sent me a list of all the classes I still have to take, and I was just checking them off with the CLEP exams that I've taken, and I was like, yes, that's money being saved right there, because it's a lot of money to be taking these classes, especially if you already know the knowledge. You might as well just test out of it. The next tip I have to make college more affordable is to spread out your classes through summer and winter so that you're able to work more consistent hours and you can start paying them down as you go. It is hard when you don't ever have a break, but in the end, it's worth it because you're not carrying on that debt. Debt can feel crushing and it can feel like a lot. So if you're able to do these things to reduce the cost of your education and still go to school, I definitely recommend trying to implement a few of them at least. And that will help you out in the long run. So I do hope that these tips helped you, gave you some ideas, and is making you consider going to community college. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I love you and have a good day.